Let me ask you a question about something that's right now a little bit controversial, and we've been hearing about HCG, the diet, for the last 5 to 7 years. I must know 10 or 12 people that have gone on it and feel that it's about the best thing ever happened to them. I understand now there are a lot of people that are starting to say, well, wait a minute, I don't really think the HCG diet's good for you. And where do these things come from? Are there commercial organizations that put a lot of things into, the pipeline that make us feel differently about things that we really should be looking at seriously?
Well, that's interesting. HCG, or human chorionic gonadotrophin, is actually a hormone that's put out by pregnant women. When you're pregnant, you make a lot of HCG. And Dr. Simeons in the 1950s, who was a British doctor working in Italy, in Rome, discovered that when he gave HCG injections to people who had trouble losing weight, they were in fact able to lose weight in combination with a low-cal diet. And then you'd say, of course, well, anybody on a low-calorie diet is going to lose weight. Yes, but on a low-calorie diet, you will tend to lose muscle. What the difference is with the HCG is it actually helps you lose that visceral fat, the fat that's inside that makes your stomach stick out, the kind we don't like. So that is actually what is facilitated with HCG. And you have to go on the low-calorie diet with it. And then there are those who say, well, of course, the low-cal diet is going to do it by itself. Or you have doctors who say, that's very dangerous, you shouldn't be on a very low-calorie diet. But the truth is, and this is what I have found with my own patients too, is it actually burns the fat that is sitting inside, this dormant fat that we really don't want to have, that yucky, ugly fat that settles around our stomach and our thighs and our hips, and that no amount of exercise can get rid of. So they're saying that it's dangerous to be not eating at least 1,000, 1,500 calories a day, because this is a 500-calorie diet. But what you're doing is that fat is actually providing calories. So you're burning the bad stuff, but it's feeding you at the same time. Very much like with pregnant women who are, this is very interesting. When Dr. Simeons was in India, he saw women who were basically, pretty thin, even maybe not well nourished, maybe starving, and yet they would give birth to babies. And the babies were, they had all their toes and their fingers and all their parts, and they were okay. And what happened? It was the HCG that actually helped these babies to grow. So whatever visceral fat or fat that wasn't being used for padding, just our regular fat, that visceral fat was used for taking care of growing this baby. And that's the fat that we're burning when we use HCG. And then there's the homeopathic HCG, which actually doesn't have any HCG in it at all. It doesn't have any of the real actual molecules, because homeopathy is based on energy. And that may sound, oh, well, that's weird, what does that mean? Is it fake? No, homeopathy is a very sophisticated form of medicine that's been studied for hundreds of years, and it's very effective. And it's the energetic imprint of the HCG. So you don't have to actually take the hormone itself, but even the energetic imprint will have a similar effect on the body to help burn that fat, that visceral fat that we don't want. And I have to tell you that I've had quite a few women in my practice, and men, women and men, who have been unable to lose weight for years, doing all kinds of things. And on the HCG, on the homeopathic HCG, finally were able to, and they feel so much better about themselves.